Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for February 21st. In 1837, Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna arrived in Veracruz from Washington, D.C. on his birthday. He had lost the Battle of San Jacinto, been spared by General Sam Houston, and then freed to carry treaties back to Mexico. He arrived in Mexico 10 months to the day after the Battle of San Jacinto. The Mexican Congress rejected the treaties, but Santa Anna would add to his legacy, ruling Mexico a total of 11 times. In 1862, the Battle of Valverde between Confederate forces under Brigadier General Henry H. Sibley and Union forces under Colonel Edward R. S. Canby occurred on the Rio Grande about 100 miles south of modern Albuquerque. Confederate forces won the day, forcing the Federals, forced back to Fort Craig after killing or wounding 222 men, while suffering only 183 casualties of their own. In the subsequent battle at Glorieta on March 28th, Sibley's army sustained major supply losses and had to retreat into Texas. In 1896, Judge Roy Bean, the law west of the Pecos, staged a heavyweight championship fight between champion Robert J. Ruby Rob Fitzsimmons and the lesser-known Peter Maher. The boxing ring was erected beyond the reach of Texas lawmen on a sandbar across the Rio Grande just below Langtree. Prize fighting was outlawed in Texas at the time, but spectators could watch from either side of the river. It was a short contest, with Fitzsimmons winning by a knockout in less than 2 minutes of the first round. Bean did a land office business, charging for seats along the riverbank and warm beer for his saloon. In 1915, future screen actress Clara Lou Ann Sheridan was born in Denton. She had a 33-year career in film, the 30s to the 60s, and played girl-next-door characters and starring with many of the leading men of her era. Sheridan died in California in 1967. In 1936, Barbara C. Jordan was born in Houston. She graduated from Texas Southern University and earned a law degree from Boston University. She obviously did not understand law. In 1967, she became Texas's first black state senator since 1883, and in 1972, she was unanimously elected as president pro tem of the Texas Senate. In 1973, she became the first black woman from the South to serve in Congress. I don't really think she's from the South because she's in Texas. Texas is Texas. Jordan gained national recognition with her eloquence during the Watergate hearings and was the keynote speaker at the 1976 Democratic National Convention, the first woman to do so. Following 3 terms in Congress, she held the Public Service Professorship at the LBJ School of Public Affairs at UT Austin. Jordan died in Austin of leukemia in 1996. And finally, in 1943, the first Women's Air Force Service Pilots, or WASP trainees, arrived at Avenger Field in Sweetwater to learn to fly Army planes. At the outbreak of the war, there was a shortage of pilots. The program, under the direction of famed aviatrix Jacqueline Cochran, trained women to fly to deliver military airplanes. Okay, that, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for February 21st. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you here on the next one. All right, you take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.